Hey, in this episode of Downgrid Survival, we're going to be testing out this new Ecoflow gas smart generator, so stick around. So in this first test, we're going to see just how smart the smart generator really is and see if it does exactly what it was designed to do, which is to recharge the Delta Pro. Now my Delta Pro is down to 42%, so we're going to get everything connected. Go ahead and run this down to 40% and see if the smart generator is going to kick in automatically. Now to get us started, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Ecoflow app and I'm going to go into the Delta Pro. From here I'm going to go into the settings tab. Okay, so I went ahead and set it so it will not charge more than 95%, and the app restricts you to 30% and nothing above that. So we're going to have to go ahead and run this Delta Pro down to 30% before the generator is going to kick in and start to recharge. We're going to go ahead and confirm our settings. Now because my Delta Pro is currently at 42%, I need to run it down to 30%, so we're going to be plugging a few devices in and see if we can't get that battery down. We're also going to go ahead and get it connected to the smart gas generator so that it'll automatically start. So we're going to do that now. So let's get going. So let's go figure it out. And now we're taking the cable and we're going to plug it into the extra battery port. And now we're going to take the other end and plug it into the back of the Delta Pro into the extra battery port. And the cable is 5 meters, which is also about 16 feet. And so we have it stretched across, up in the air, across our garage to the Delta Pro, which is sitting on my workbench. Next, we're going to plug in a couple of devices to see if we can't get this battery down to 30%. So to do that, I'm using this small little portable heater. We're going to plug that in and turn it on. And that little heater is pulling about 1800 watts. Additionally, I have a heat gun that I use here in the garage. So we're going to plug that in also. So now we're pulling about 2700 watts. And while we're waiting for the Delta Pro to get down to 30%, I am making sure that my battery and fuel switch is turned to the on position and that the vent here on top of the cap is also open. Okay, we're almost at 30%. I'm sorry, there is a reflection from the door being open from the outside light, but we're almost at 30%. And we're going to go ahead and turn our heat gun back on, drop it to 30%, and see if our generator starts. All right, just as soon as we hit 30%, the generator kicked in like it was supposed to, so I would say that's a successful test. Currently the generator is pushing 1000, there's 1100 watts input, 12, 15, 1600 watts input. So we're close to 1600 watts input while we still have 2600, almost 2700 watts coming out. So in order for the generator to do its job and recharge the Delta Pro, we're going to have to go ahead and turn off these heater and also this heat gun to reduce our output so that the Delta Pro has a chance to recharge. Now we have nothing going out, but we still have about 1600 watts coming in. And our display over here is telling us that it's going to take about 2 hours in order for this to recharge. So to continue our test, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the app and go ahead and tell the generator that we only want to charge it to 50%, and the generator should shut down when it reaches 50%. This is the lowest it'll go. We're unable to drop it below 50% or increase this more than 30%. And we'll go ahead and hit the confirm button. So while this is charging, let's talk about something else that I don't care for about the new smart generator. Now, I've listed a couple of things I didn't like so much in my other video that I just released And I'll put a link to in the cards up above for that one. It's the unboxing and initial review. But I discovered one more thing, and that is the 5-meter charging cable. Although it seems like it would be adequate, it's really not for my needs, and I'm sure for a lot of you, you're going to find that it's not adequate also. Just imagine for a moment that you take your Delta Pro and you set it up in your kitchen, or maybe in your living room, or some central location in your home, and you have extension cords running to it because you're powering your refrigerator and maybe your internets and other devices, and you want to be able to keep your generator plugged up. You've only got 16 feet to work with. I have this set up in my garage, and 16 feet gets me to the door opening and nothing beyond that. And one thing that I've noticed during this test is the wind is blowing a little bit, so I am getting quite a bit of fumes blowing back into the garage, which I don't care for so much. I'd like to be able to push this out maybe 10 feet out away from the door, but then we're going to have to move our Delta Pro real close to the door. I think it would be great if Ecoflow would develop an adapter that allows you to go ahead and connect 2 of these power cables together. Now this is a special power cable, so you can't use anything else out in the market, because not only is this a charging cable, but remember it's also a data feed, because there's data being transferred between these 2 units because they need to communicate. So it's a proprietary cable, so there's nothing else available. So I hope in the near future they'll come out with either an adapter to connect 2 together, or simply make a longer cable. I would certainly appreciate double the length. So while we're talking about the charging cable, here in my particular garage, my electrical panel is right here on the wall. My intention is to install the smart home panel when I receive it right here next to that. However, this location right here is 14 feet just to the opening of my garage door. So if I want to have my Delta Pro and extra battery connected to my home panel, which is going to be automatically connected to my home, which is the way it was designed to be used, during a power outage, if I want to be able to recharge this using the smart generator, the power cable probably isn't going to reach. I'm going to need a few extra feet just to get from the door, run the cable up here to wherever the Delta Pro is sitting. So that means the Delta Pro is now going to have to be moved closer to the door to get it recharged. Ideally, a cable that would be longer allows me to set up the generator on the outside, keep it connected, and then at some point during the power outage, when my Delta Pro and extra battery run down to 30%, it'll automatically kick in and recharge everything like it's supposed to. So currently for my needs, the charging cable just isn't going to be long enough. And there we have it. As soon as it hit 50%, our generator went ahead and was told to shut down. It shut down, and so now we have 0 input coming in. Now I didn't time this, but for it to go from 30% to 50%, it did take somewhere around 35 or 40 minutes. I didn't start my timer right away, so I don't have an exact number there, but you know, that's about what it should have taken. So overall, I would say the smart generator is pretty smart. It's doing what it was designed to do, which is to recharge the Delta Pro and to start on demand, and to also shut off at the command of the Delta Pro. So hey, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please smash that like button and give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, because I have a lot more videos coming out here real soon regarding the Delta Pro, the Delta Pro extra battery, and maybe some more testing using the smart generator. And if you did like this video, I'm going to go ahead and put up a couple more right here that I think you'll enjoy. So if you click those, I'll see you over there on the other side. Thanks for watching.